What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuck's Knives. Hope you are having a good day. Today, I was supposed to be doing a mail call video and then a cleanup video, but everybody knows how the postal service is, so looks like there's going to be a delay in that. But instead, today I've got this old Frontier Ireland knife, and it's pretty good shape, but I wanted to clean it up a little bit. You said the back springs has got a little carbon buildup on it, and I mean, it's not bad at all. Somebody's cleaned it up before. I just didn't do very good of a job. So I'm gonna clean it up and polish this out today, and see if I can't make it a little bit better. So I've got me a little bowl of hot water, as hot as I can stand it, and about a tablespoon of Dawn dishwashing liquid. And I've got my sandpaper in there soaking. And I'm not going to do anything real crazy, but I'm going to start out with some 600. And I'm going to start on this clip point blade and see if I can't, see if we can't clean it up and make it look a little bit nicer. So let me get my stuff ready here, and we'll get to working on it. All right, 600 grit, and do all this by hand. So my 600 grit, I'm gonna fold this over. Like so. All right, and I'm just gonna start on this clip point. And clean it up. Actually, I got a new block. I need to put this on a block anyway. Give me just a second. All right, this will make it a little bit better. Keep from loosening that blade up. We'll keep going here. This is no way, shape, or form the way you're supposed to. This is just the way that I do it. Some of these guys got this big high-dollar equipment. They can knock this stuff out, and maybe one day I can get some. But for the time being, this is what I got. Just making do with what I got. Starts to get smooth. Let me wipe it off. So we can see what we're working with here. I mean, that's already better than what it was. Let me dip my paper back in the water here. Rinse some of that dirt out. I'll keep going back over it and work a little bit more. A little better. Not perfect, but it don't have to be. We'll turn it over and get the other side. It's a little bit better. Still kind of dark up here in the corners. Top of the blade there. Take off a little bit more. And it's got some pitting in it. I know I'm not going to get it perfect. I'm just looking to get it better than what it was. And that's 600 grit. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. But I'm going to step it on up. I'm going to go from 600 to 1,000. Spin it back over here. Put my 600 back in the water. I'm going to grab 1,000. Double that up. And a little water on there. And start with the 1,000. feel it getting smooth. You can feel a change in the paper. So that's 1,000. I don't know if you can see that. There's still little pits in the blade. And I know I'm not going to get it all out, but that's okay. That's 1,000 grit. Here's the side I haven't hit yet. You see the little carbon pits in that metal. That's what I'm trying to get most of that out anyway. So flip it over and start there. Start on the other side. And I'm still using the 1,000 grit. Flip this paper over. And what I keep doing, I keep stopping every few minutes and I'll dip my sandpaper back in the water, kind of wash some of the dirt off, crud that builds up on it. And that'll allow it, you can feel it cutting into the metal a little bit after you do that, because all that debris that gets stuck in the sandpaper comes out. All right, let's see where we're at. That is a lot better. A lot better. Now what I'm gonna do is go up to 1,500. So we just done 1,000. Now I'm going to do 1,500. Back to the other side here. Oh yeah. Yeah, it looks nice. Looking better and better. I'm gonna wet this sandpaper. I'll flip it over to the other side and hit it. gonna step up. I'm gonna go from 1,500, I'm gonna go up to 2,000. All right, 2,000 here. Get a little wet. There we go. And I could get crazy. I mean, some guys can get crazy with this and just take it up to 10 grand or 10,000 grit, you know. And man, this is a cheap old knife. I mean, this is a $10, $15 knife. This is a very, not very collectible. It's made by Imperial, Ireland. This was a budget made knife. I'm not going to put that kind of time into it. I'm just going to get a little, just want to get a little gleam out of her. And good knives though. They're good knives. They're just budget knives. They're not a high-end knife. I've done had probably 20 people email me and ask me to make a video on how I do it. And so this is how I do it. This isn't the right way to say, but this is how Chuck does it. For the time being, anyway. I got a little weird spot right there I want to try to get. Let's see. All right. Let's give this thing a good look. Let's see how I did. See, not bad. And that's about as far as I'm going to take this. You see the other side there? Pretty even, about the same. But yeah, that's about as far as I'm going to take this. Now, if you want to see what kind of difference we made, let me open up his spade blade. And you can kind of see the difference. If you look at the spade blade there versus that right there, pretty big difference. And there's the other side. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty nice. So I'm not going to make y'all watch this, but what I'll do is I'll clean up the other blade. I'll bring it back in and we'll hit these boasters and finish it up and back springs. So be right back with the finished product. All right, guys, we are back and we've got her cleaned up. Blades anyway. There's what we come up with. So you can kind of get an idea. Good looking blades there. Cleaned up. Like I said, they're not perfect, but I don't intend for them to be. Let's see if I can get you close up there. So, I think the only thing else I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this open so it pushes these springs up a little bit. And we're going to hit these springs because they're awfully dark. They're not pitted or anything, they're just dark. So I'm going to take some 600 here, dip it in my warm water, and make another mess after I just cleaned up all that. It'll be all right. That off. Not bad. Not bad at all. We'll close these blades now. Go to the back here. Mine's better. Let's see. What is that? That's 2,000. Let's go to. Let's go to 1,000. See if that makes a difference. Not much difference. Now for the bolsters, I don't see any big chips or dings or anything, so I'm gonna go with some 1,000 here. See if we can't just start there. gonna step it back down. That ain't doing much. I'm gonna step back down to 600. We're gonna go with it. You can see where somebody's done some hammering on that, I guess the pin up there. See the little dimples. I ain't gonna worry about it. It ain't worth it to me. I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side. All right, and 1,000. Do the other side. All right, 1,500. And then 2,000. Here we are. Let's see what it looks like. All right. Not horrible. Not horrible. Now I'm just going to take some splits. I see guys wasting this stuff so much. You can tell where I've been using it. I put just a dab on the corner of a rag. You don't wipe it on the knife. You take the splits here and you just put just a small, I mean just a tiny dab. What I do is I take that and I push it into the cloth. Then I wrap it around my finger like it right there. So this is how you polish with splits. Then you put it on and rub it in and put just a little pressure on the spot you're rubbing it on. You don't rub You don't put flits on the knife and then try to rub it in. You put it on a rag and then rub it in. Otherwise, you're just wasting product. You're not going to get the shine that flits is intended to give. All right. Let that dry for a second. Find you a dry spot on your towel and just buff. It makes it shine like new money. Like new money. Blow on that. You're supposed to let that flits haze over a little bit before you wipe it off. So the best way to do it is just blow on it for a second and buff it off. Like new money. Guys, that's all I do. If it's something a little bit nicer, a little higher end, I'll go on up to 5,000-6,000 grit. You know what I mean? And it takes a while. It's a lot of work to do this. I mean, it takes a lot of patience, which I have very little of. But you can. It's not that hard to clean up an old knife if you just take a little time. You got to kind of be rough with it, but you still got to kind of be gentle with it. So either way, man, if y'all stuck around this long, I appreciate you. You have no idea what that means. Some of you guys have asked about this. This is my answer to that question. This is how I clean up an old knife. It's not rocket science, or brain surgery, or you know the saying. Either way, hey, thank you for joining me, and I'll see y'all in a few days. But until then, peace.